This is Deducter, continuing the pit playthrough, getting ready to go on to the next floor. I'm going to put 2 points in brains so I can get the benefit of having level 60 brains. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep leveling up combat skills. Might as well put a point to heavy weapons because I have too many skill points. Not enough places to spend them on. I suppose Decipher. I mean, I don't even really need resistance. Invisibility is nice, but just level up Mecha Empathy. Cryoid Librarian. Ooh, Scanning Analyzer. No, I'm using Sheet Axle Armor. Sounds like a cyborg bear. Oh boy. Well, I suppose let's get this party started. Leer Screamer, one of the most dangerous enemies, especially in conjunction with other enemies, because it can do Shrapnel Storm on me and make me stun, which could kill me pretty badly. They do have, I believe, sort of... Wow, I better bust out my best weapon, though, to deal with it, just because... Ugh. And then a bear that can damage my inventory? Oh boy. And a Spectre? Yeah. This level is getting off to a fun start. What other tricks do I have? Not really any tricks. We have grenades, but that doesn't hurt the Spectres. And it'll take 3 laser carbine shots to kill one. This is a pretty good time to eat an energy drink so I can really, move about without having to have my accelerator boots equipped. Yeah, you can see they damage items. Alright. Leer Screamer. Oh boy. They're not horribly accurate at long ranges, so... And you can use the Cyber Jaeger Bear's plasma cannon against it. Alright, little bear, you damaged my inventory enough. It's time for revenge. Save my Psy. Well, that's probably not really necessary.
Now I'm in your head.
Besides those 2 bears, is there anything else in there? Nope. These guys are pretty easy to kill. And now, as you can see, I'm getting plenty of shotgun shells. I mean, I could do the trick to get more rocket ammunition, but I don't think that's strictly necessary.
It's just like flying.
More rocket ammunition is nice. Maybe I'll do it later, but I don't really need it to like win, so...
Push turn.
Toxoid, okay. Let me identify the items first. That seems to be a high priority. Intelligent targeting, that's pretty good, but still not quite what I want to copy. Let me put this in my assault weapon, since I want that to be accurate. And I have relatively low assault weapon skill compared to my other weapon skill. But that's not the one I want to copy, since it's good, but not the plus 10% damage one, which is the best. Ooh, neuro transmitter enhancers, they give a bonus to finesse, plus 2 finesse. I could potentially put my 3 points into finesse right now to get a boost to it. Maybe worthwhile.
Okay, focus on my breathing.
Triggered robots. I mean, the alarm. Better re-equip this. As well then trigger the mastermind. I might need a quantum capacitor. I mean, at this point I may be better off making the laser rifle myself. Ooh, look at that! Multiple heavy response bots. Or not, heavy security bots, I should say, not heavy response bot. Oh, do I not have any Cyber Scrambler? This is the perfect time for a Cyber Scrambler. Throw it in the hallway, let these robots slaughter one another. There's also a Jaeger. Ooh, that's not good. I'm gonna fight near this door, since I can close it if necessary. What else do I need equipped? See, this is the thing about this helmet, I'm just gonna keep forgetting to equip it. I don't think it's just gonna be that useful due to my particular playstyle. Oh, the mastermind. Damn, right. That's unfortunate. Once the second one gets here, I'm just gonna start tossing EMP grenades if it's still alive, which it may not be. Alright. That should deal with the security forces, or at least part of them on this level. What is that? Hyper Warrior? Not really worried.
Let's play with your models.
Not really worried about that thing either, but perfect time to use the auto rifle. These enemies are just great to use the auto rifle on.
It's just like flying.
Do I need access to the lab? Not really. I need access to the Tesseract well. What was in here again? Stomo.
Now I'm in your head.
more logic circuits.
In record
So maybe I do want to access that lab after all. More armored biomods, huh? I didn't identify this one yet. Don't really need to recharge anything yet, so come back. Alright, that thing, the Blighted Zool, has high health, but it moves slowly. I mean, I suppose I'll kill it. It's kind of... they're kind of irritating to kill. Because of their high health, but they move slowly, so they're not really dangerous. Just have to cut them. This rifle is not the most accurate at close ranges, huh?
turn.
Still, you don't want to get into melee range with them if at all possible. Because not only do they do 4 attacks per round, but they can also have a chance of giving you level 6 disease. All around nasty stuff. If you can avoid melee combat with them, you probably should. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. Because that's the biomod I want to copy. Finally found it.
Feel the power.
Let me clear out.
Toshiko's turn. Time to fight death.
Bit more of this room. Toxoid will bust down the rooms, the doors soon enough. Then I will deal with it. Ooh. That was a little exciting.
On my breathing. Damn you! Stop fighting!
Where's the toxoid? There we go.
Concentrate. Concentrate.
No mutagens. I need 2 more. Alright. More security robots. I'll deal with you later. Teleporter. I do want to come into this room though.
Feel the power. Now I'm in your head.
Oops. Huh, this thing is already heavily damaged. At this point I'm just killing things like super efficiently because I mean what else is there to do? Gala.
Let's play your mons. Time to fight.
Another one of those cyborg bears. Deal with you. I'm being flanked. Alright. Not gonna deal with that just yet. There's also the cyborg bear. That's where it went.
Let's play with your mom. Damn it! Goes first fight.
Alright. Another zoo. I mean, these are the enemies that you start to worry about. The Zool, who are ammo soaks, the cyber Jaeger bears, which are difficult to deal with without high penetration weapons, and they destroy your inventory. Heavy security about Mark 3. The thing is, my gear is ridiculously good at this point. Plus, I have all these psionic powers to assist me that
Concentrate.
it's really not too much of a challenge.
Time to fight
I
dead.
might even want to kill the Zool in melee.
Let's play with your marbles.
Still paralyzed? Alright. Ooh, corrupt the doctor.
I can feel the power. Time to fight dirty. Concentrate. Concentrate.
Better eat something.
I'm ready. That hurts. Woman. Well, that didn't work.
There's no master mining here, so it's a trivial target to destroy. Although I do want to breach this room too. I'll need shrapnel storm. You know, I'll breach this room first. Whoops. That's embarrassing. Dark living armor. This is almost ridiculous. this armor is very special because, I mean, this is ridiculous armor. At first it doesn't look that great because durability 40, although armor of 80 is very good. But the thing is, this thing regenerates damage to itself, so basically its durability is effectively infinite. It also makes you heal faster when you have it equipped. Now, it does have weaknesses. In particular, it doubles, I believe, your food consumption rate. Not a problem for me since I have so much food. It also allows the use of heavy weapons, which I haven't, or I should say certain heavy weapons. I have found a heavy weapon, the rocket launcher here, but there are weapons in the game that require special armor like this one to use. So I'm going to keep this around. I believe there's a penalty if you're not Tarka to use it, but yeah, I'm not really going to be bothered by, I mean, this is more of a backup thing. I'm not going to equip it all the time. But yeah, well, so much for my bad luck with armor. That by itself has more than made up for it. I mean, do I really need this living steel remnant? I guess. Is there anything I can get rid of? Oh, I actually equipped the pulse resonator. Did I? No, I didn't. What am I doing? Is there anything I don't really need? I guess I'll eat this, liver and onions. So that's how the pulse resonator works. It's an item that when you have equipped, it basically wherever it pulses, it can detect like traps. Can be important if you're deathly afraid of traps, which I'm not because why I keep the freeze ray around is basically because it's a way of transporting energy packs in 3 spaces instead of 2. But yeah, I mean, I actually need a scent gland combined with vitamins. I'm gonna put more points into might just because I want to carry more stuff. I mean, what don't I need? Probably some of these grenades. Like the flash grenade that blinds enemies at this point, it's just not gonna be. The Marigi med drone also isn't really any use. I mean, I don't even need this thing equipped unless I find one of those armor that that uses I mean, one of the heavy weapons that requires this sort of armor. I think there are also some other problems with this. Let me just equip it to make sure, which is that it takes up most of your inventory spots, and the game can sort of glitch out. Don't worry, your items aren't destroyed, they're just dropped down. That's the other weakness, right? I just want to double check. Because it takes up everything except for your amulet and your drone slot, right? And that's the problem with it, because you can't use stuff like the adamantium claws, although I can still use the adamantium sword, but that's the problem with that armor, right? And I think, I mean, I've been just unequipping this, but there might be like some other penalty with it. It increases your hunger rate, I know, but I would imagine there's some sort of like hidden penalty if you're not a Tarka that you're using it. But then again, maybe not. Whatever the case is, I'm not going to throw it out, but probably, unless I find one of those special weapons, not really going to be using it either. Whoops. Alright. It did sort of destroy my inventory, its cohesion, which is unfortunate. Might as well just sort this. I really need access to Tesseract Well. I better go upstairs and duplicate the impactor, so I'll pause the video until that happens. Alright, this is Deducter. I ran all the way back to floor 28 and used the copier, except I did not know this, that you can't copy these biomods. I was very disappointed. You can copy like almost anything else that's a one square item. Like you can copy a lifter pack if you want, although there's no reason to have two. You can copy, what else? Like delete psionic focus, which is a very rare item, but you can't apparently copy biomods, even though they're space 1. I thought that's how the copier worked. Whatever the case is, couldn't copy it, and so I put it in the bank. It's such a great mod that I can put it in any one of my primary weapons, like the adamantium blade, the mag rifle, or the auto shotgun, but I want to, given how smooth this run is going, I want to save it for another item that I can potentially craft that requires an assault weapon skill and laser rifle. The problem is I should have copied that superconductor now that I think about it, but yeah, well, I copied another one of the vitamins. That's a pretty good choice on the scout since they're a very rare item, and I can combine these with mutagens and some of this exotic protein. Do I not actually have any exotic proteins? Those are such a common drop anyway. I'm sure I'll find more. Anyway, it was disappointing. Let me take care of this guy first. He can confuse you, which is pretty nasty. But now that he's damaged, it's time to fear. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, terror trap. Once it's injured, I'll drain the psi. Field surgery kit, definitely good. Master kit, I mean, it's almost certainly worth picking up as the scalp, but eh.
Yes.
Bioslug, definitely good since I can put one of these mods in gear. Increase armor by 10%. I mean, if I had another armor to experiment with, I could find out what that does, but I mean, the problem is if this is a bad mod, I put it in there, and then I apply the Bioslug, it has a chance to destroy the good mod, which is not so ideal.
It's just like flying. Feel the power.
Alright. Another lab could be useful.
Now I'm in your head. It's just like flying.
Again, their ability to cause berserk isn't gonna bother me too much, since I'll just, punch them to death. Now, you want to be very careful when you're berserk. I like to just press X to pass a turn. If you switch to a ranged weapon, you will immediately begin firing upon all the objects in the room, which is really bad. Madness field. Don't want that.
Okay, focus on my breathing.
Keep finding pyrotechnic enhancers for some reason. Polarized armor, pretty good early game. At this point, it's just not worth picking up. It provides, I mean, I'm going to pick it up to show it has pretty good durability, base armor 50, which isn't great, but it has a massive defense armor bonus against slicing, which is a lot of various melee attacks, so it can protect you from some pretty nasty melee attacks.
Let's play with your arms. Serves you right.
So polarized armor is very good in early and even mid game. Oh boy, it's one of those things. I'll deal with you. Oh, it's stuck in its little corner. That's not good.
I can feel the power.
Alright.
Time to fight dirty. Deducter's turn. Got me. Fight. Time to fight dirty.
I could definitely use the Tesseract well on floor 30. Come back to it later.
I'm ready. Yes. Concentrate. Concentrate. Let's play with your marbles.
I still don't like these things. I'd rather have my side.
Now I'm in your
You'll
head.
die. Ooh, Mariki Heavy Drone. Okie doke. Let me think. We're at range. Not optimal, but I'm gonna take some durability damage. It's unavoidable. Unless I dodge. That's pretty ridiculous. Oops.
Focus on my breathing.
Ooh, that's... Let's see. I don't really need this equipped.
Won't work on me. Deducter's turn.
As you can see, the Scout, if properly equipped and built, becomes an absolute master of everything. Melee combat, range combat, finding stuff, crafting items. The Scout has no... I mean, at this point, I have no weakness anymore. Ooh, there is the Absorboid.
I can't. Need more mana.
Is there any way of restoring some psi? Yes, there is. If you fail, it can hurt you. But if you succeed, not only can it restore psi,
I can feel the power.
oops, not only can the item restore psi, but it'll heal you. If only I had another cyber scrambler. It's a perfect time to use the adamantium sword. Go after the one that's less injured first. Let's see, I already cleared pretty much most of this area. Let me just take a look here. Oh, right. Sometimes when you have the helmet equipped, you can forget about line of sight rules.
It's just like flying.
Is this room really worth taking? It wouldn't be hard to take. I suppose as an exercise, I might as well take the room.
Concentrate.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
Alright, I'm gonna rest here to fill up my psi in order to deal with that room. So, I'm gonna pause. Alright, I am back. I've decided to assault this room. Okay, that's one way for it to resist me. I am going to have to, at this point, equip the Squawker drone. Take this out of this angle. Then let's try firing it again.
In your head.
And I don't need the Squawker drone.
Let's play with your marbles.
More biomods, how about that? Really wish I had a scanning analyzer. I mean, I'm not gonna need this helm. I mean, it's a good helm. Plus 10 to all psi, especially since I do use psi a lot, but I'm just mostly gonna rely on my weapons. I have plenty of ammunition for all of my weapons. And, you know, I'm not really going to rely on psionic powers to win the game at this point.
I'm ready.
Even though I can still do pretty ridiculous damage with it. But I just don't see it as being necessary. And it does take up 3 inventory slots. Flèche rounds, energy cells, high explosive rounds. Now, if I can find one of the better weapons that use high explosive rounds, like the Pounder or the heavy, or is it called the Advanced Combat Rifle, that'd be great. Frankly, the Snub Pistol is just not going to cut it at this point. Is there a mastermind there? I really hope not. Nope.
Now I'm in your head.
I mean, I'm not really using psionics for damage, it's more for various debuffs, crowd control. And that helmet, well, good. I believe it also does like boost psi regen. It's just not going to be necessary, especially since because it'll be too tedious, given how often I'm equipping and unequipping the quantum scan helmet.
Ghost turn. First fight.
Have one of those.
Damn you! Stop fighting me!
Oh, how about that? One surprised me from the fog. Tarka. These Tarka aren't super dangerous in melee. They have a lightning blade, and they can sometimes use a tail swipe. But at range, they'll shoot a rocket launcher, like the one I have. So you do not want to fight them at range. Chocolate eggs, perfect. Oh, I need a second one. Whoops, I did not mean to eat that, but whatever. My supplies are plentiful. I'm gonna save the chocolate eggs. I want to try to make the chocolate fondue. It does require 2 chocolate eggs, though.
Stupid thing. Time to fight dirty. Now I'm in your head.
Perfect. I needed that mutagen, but I also need exotic proteins. Perfect, Soylent Vines. That's the last component to make something called the Seafood Feast. Another fun food item. At this point, I don't really need any of the fancy foods, but might as well toss this raw meat. I have... Well, I might need a raw meat, though, to make protein shakes. I mean, what can I toss here? I suppose probably... I mean, it's kind of a bad idea in general to toss the Tarka Field Surgery Kit, except I have 4 of these in my bank. And I anticipate no problems with almost anything except for the final boss. So yeah. Or some of these grenades. I mean, I might as well just throw them around on the next floor since I have nothing better to do with them. Anyway, thank you for watching.